Giving devil fruits to characters in Hunter x Hunter? I mean, that sounds like a good idea. Well then, this is pretty much what this video is all about, so if you're interested, feel free to watch the entire video and give me your takes at the end. Even though I believe I choose the best abilities for each of these characters, I might change my mind after reading some comments. But not for one specific character, Gon. I don't think there's a better match for Gon than the one I was able to find, if I'm being completely honest. So if you manage to find a better fruit for Gon than the one I decided, I will make you an artwork of Gon using that devil fruit. For sure, it's a promise. So moving on to the info to keep in mind throughout this video. So starting off with the first one, characters will keep all of their Nen abilities. I think this is way better because now we have to find fruits that complement the existing skills of these characters. And the second one fruit for one person. You cannot give the same fruit to another character. And that's pretty much it. So we'll be focusing on the 4 main characters for this one. Starting off with Kilua, Soldier prodigy from a family of assassins with an Nen affinity of transmutation, which is the practice of converting your aura to mimic the properties of a substance of your choosing. And in Kilua's case, it's lightning. But what impresses me the most about Kilua's ability is not the offensive capabilities of it, it's the versatility it brings, using it to stun the enemy and land consecutive attacks on him, plus transmitting it to his own body so he can increase his reflexes plus his speed. Like, there's a lot he can do, but the thing is he's very limited about the amount of lightning he has, which all depends on how much he charged beforehand. So after hearing all of this, I think we all know which one is the best fruit for Kilua at this point. It's none other than the Rumble Rumble fruit, aka the Goro Goro no Mi, from God himself, Eneru, the obvious choice. Now if you wanted to talk about dangerous people in the Hunter x Hunter verse, Killa was definitely up there, but when you add the Rumble Rumble fruit, the Goro Goro no Mi, like bruh, if this was the Chimera Ant arc, things would probably not be the same if I'm being honest. Cause look, hear me out. We all know Meruem was the king and all this, all that, right? But what is he gonna do if Kilua, with a fruit from God himself, pulls up on him? Like, I don't know. And so you understand better, let me lay things out for you. Because the first and most important thing about this right here is the intangibility of Logia Devil Fruits. Because as we know, Logia Devil Fruits do not just give you the powers of an element. They literally make you the literal embodiment of the element. Like Enel, for example, he's not just generating lightning, he is literally lightning itself, which explains why most physical attacks do not work on him, because lightning is not something that is capable of getting hurt. Well, unless you have something that is able to counteract a certain element, such as Luffy being made out of rubber, so he cannot conduct electricity, and things like that. And the second most important thing that this will give Kilua is pretty much having unlimited amounts of electricity, which pretty much ends up getting him stupid amounts of offense. Let's not even talk about speed, because the man can teleport now at this point. All I'm saying is give him 2 weeks and he's already a double star hunter. Now moving on to Gon, with a Nen affinity of enhancement, which allows you to increase your physical capabilities through the use of Nen aura. Pretty much the most balanced affinity for offense and defense. So with that in mind and Gon's more simplistic but effective nature, I decided to go with a more simple devil fruit. Now to be honest, I'm kinda cheating because we don't even have a name for this devil fruit. But nonetheless, we at least know what it does, so I'm gonna go ahead and just guess the name. And it belongs to one of the worst generation members, Uruj. And I'm gonna go ahead and call it the Karma fruit. And for what we've seen, it pretty much allows the user to convert damage received onto him into physical strength. And even though that's all we know about this fruit, I still believe it's the one that fits Gon the most. Because when you think about it, Gon doesn't really lack in any category apart from the experience side. Because he's pretty much, apart from that, one of the most balanced characters in the story. So going by that and the fact that he always receives a lot of damage because he's a close combat fighter, why not give him an ability that allows him to last longer and get stronger throughout the fight? Now imagine that paired with his Jajanken technique, because now instead of only having to charge it by himself, he can use all of the attacks he received and transfer them into the Jajanken. Imagine a rock charged with Gon's Nen. The attacks he received from the enemy, plus his physical strength increase throughout the battle. I mean, that's pretty much a doggone 2.0. That's prime Gon right there. Plus if you add the new name of the attack, Karma Janken. Like, bruh, that shit is fire, I don't know.